It's not in tune. There is a difference between being confident and deluded, and you fall, unfortunately, into the latter. No one would pay to see you perform.
I know a lot of people who'd pay at least a tenner to see me.
I know a lot of people who'd pay not to hear you, Ashwin.
Whatever.
Do we have a bigger stage this year?
She's got like a Frenchie.
Forget
power.
Frenchy, she's like France.
Simon, the casting vote rests with you. Who do you want to see coming back on Sunday?
Oh, this is going to make me popular. I thought it was... terrible. When your guitar lit up like something out of a fairground with that horrendous solo, and then, of course, the singing was even worse than the guitar playing. If you were to progress in this competition and, God forbid, win, I think you could single-handedly close down the show.
You nasty man.
One of the worst we've ever heard.
It really was.
Hideous.
Okay.
You just killed every cat in Denver.
Oh, come on, you've got to give me a chance. Someone gave you a chance once.
No, but I was good at what I did. All right, Andrew, what do you think I'm going to say to you?
No.
Correct. Goodbye.
Thank you, Andrew.
I'm going for lunch.
Thanks very much. A bit rude, isn't it?
Oh, I haven't got time for that.
So rude.
So rude.
Unnecessary.
Harry, if I was looking to hire a rug, I would hire you tomorrow. You haven't got a 10 out of 10 voice. At best, I would give you 2.5.
Thank you very much.
And that's being generous. I've got absolutely no idea why you've had any encouragement whatsoever. It's about as bad as it can possibly get.
Mr. Nasty is pulling no punches.
That was more Mariah Scary. You've got the personality of 3 pencils when you sing. You would have been old-fashioned 40 years ago. You're not as good as you think you are. 1,000,000% no. You do sound like 2 pub singers. You are everything we are not looking for. Bored.
Give it one more go, please.
What are you going to sing?
Come fly with me, let's fly away.
Right, check. Just get out.
If you could use
just
some
leave.
exotic
Check,
booze.
just leave. We're not getting through to each other here.
I don't understand. What do you want me to sing then? I'll sing it.
I'll tell you what, buy a dictionary and look up ballad. It says slow.
I'm going to tell you guys it's not over. I'm going to keep trying.
Complete waste of time. Off you go. See you later.
There's a
no one would
problem with
understand
your
a single
diction.
word.
I'm just trying to say that, Simon.
Or you
Right,
sell a
George?
record with subtitles.
Nothing like a good stanky.
Horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. It's a no.
Okay.
That was extraordinary.
Thanks.
That wasn't a compliment, Jackie. No, it sounded like you were screaming at a neighbour at the end. Weird. I mean, seriously weird.
Yes or no?
No. And what's the act, Patrick?
I'm a gospel choir.
Just you.
Yes, I'm a choir.
Did you eat them?
Simon!
No one else around. Well, where's the rest? Where's the rest of them? Yeah, awful.
It's bizarre.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's a no?
No.
No.
Thank you for seeing us anyway.
Bye-bye, bye-bye.
Right.
Bye.
It looked like the before, during and after of Weight Watchers. You have no talent, Simon.
You're mean. Especially you, Simon. You other two are nice. You.
Bye.
Bye.
I used to have a couple of cleaners who sang like you.
I'm fun, I'm exciting, and I'm different.
Well, I'll agree with the third.
That's all you got for me, Brittany? Just a no?
I think you're lucky you just got a no.
Oh, good enough.
Let's put both of us out of this misery. It's a no.
Someone needs to put you out your misery.
Out.
I'll see you on MTV one day, yeah? You'll be watching.
As what?
As a musician, what you turned down.
I don't think so, Shane.
You
your working class Barbie.
You're too old to be a Barbie doll, sweetheart.
I was in Miss Dance of Great Britain, 2003.
Whoopee. No competition. That was so awful, it was beyond description, David.
Yes.
What?
How dare you? What? The
Why?
girl can sing. She's got a great bloody voice.
And who's going to buy her records? It's a no. I really hate your image. Almost creepy. I don't know, it's just you.
Oh, Simon.
It's like the lights are off.
I agree.
1 out of 4.
1 out of 4.
You've still got the confidence. Looks, personality, talent, no. Stephen, I mean, just awful, really.
Just awful?
Yeah, honestly.
I've been told different.
By who? I didn't feel much emotion from you when you sang that song.
Are you nuts?
I liked it
I didn't,
too.
no.
Simon?
No, I didn't.
I agree with you, Sharon.
The emotion was what took me away.
Absolutely, yeah.
I would say no. All right, we've heard enough. I think you're probably the most disillusioned group of people we've had in this competition. And that's the truth. I think the group is horrendous. You have absolutely zero edge, no originality. I think individually you're weak. I think as a group you're even worse. Absolutely zero chance of you guys ever, ever, ever having a successful career. I mean, Stevie, it was terrible. The whole thing was just atrocious. Complete and utter mess. It was very generic. It was verging on excruciating. The singing was just atrocious. It was absolutely terrible and terrible. I thought it was terrible. I thought it was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't think there is any chance of you making it through to the final 12 after that performance. There is zero chance of you making it through to the next round, I'm afraid, after that.
We don't have to kill her now, do we?
That was not good.
It was not good.
Juanita.
It was utterly rubbish.
Okay, it's 3 moves. No.
Gonna find some love tonight. Yeah.
You're an animal.
Yeah. I am, baby.
All right, well, that was terrible as well. Okay. Keith.
Yeah?
Last year I described someone as being the worst singer in America. I think you're possibly the worst singer in the world, based on that performance. And I'm absolutely serious. I've never, ever heard anything like that in my life. Ever.
It's just, I have a really dry throat, and I'm nervous.
Amy, you could lie in a bath with your mouth open and you still wouldn't sing.
it.
But it's true!
Stop it.
It was good, wasn't it? Let's face it.
No. No. You've got a really bad attitude, sweetheart. Everything I wouldn't want. Lazy, deluded, very little talent. What do you do for a living?
Work in a factory packing envelopes.
Together?
Yeah.
Okay, look, at least you're probably good at that. I mean...
You don't have to bring people down. That's not something that you have to do. All you have to do was say that I didn't get in. You did not have to say that I was horrible. Because personally, I don't think any of you were that great.
But you were horrible.
Okay.
By the way, I chose that one for you. I'm sucking up, yes, I know. You're very handsome.
Tell me something I don't know. I'm going to stop you there, Cynthia. Because you're right, that wasn't dreadful and it wasn't horrible. It was absolutely ghastly.
It's really that bad?
Worse than you think.
Question, yes.
And it's a yes from me too, Janet.
And Janet, it's a yes from me. You're through.
I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say.
I do.
Simon?
Tara, there is only one resemblance you have to Mariah Carey, and that is your hair. You have one of the worst voices I've ever heard, truthfully. It is absolutely terrible. You can't sing. Number 1, you can't sing. Number 2, you didn't remember the song. And number 3, you can't read your own handwriting.
Welcome to Hollywood. Time to go crazy. All right.
How'd you go?
Other door.
You just put through a giraffe.
Oh, come on.
Probably one of the best ones we've seen.
I didn't like it. Well, first of all, why did you bother applauding? Because that was pathetic. I mean, seriously pathetic. The only decent thing about that audition was the end. Greatest as respect, this is a singing competition. What tier do you believe you're on?
Anything I could improve on or anything? Or?
Yes, don't sing again. There is as much chance of you being a pop star or a rock star as me flying to the moon tomorrow morning for breakfast. It's never going to happen, Raj. That was terrible.
Really?
Oh, dreadful.
I love it.
Actually, it's about talent, so shut up, you two.
That's shut up.
You remind me of somebody when you're at a party and someone's had a few drinks, right at the end, attempts to sing something, and then you're thrown out the house. You have absolutely no charisma and no star quality at all. What would you do if you won and I gave you $1 million? What would you do with the money?
What would I do with the money? I have $1 million. I'd give about $100,000 to charity, put about $2,000 to invest, make a little bit more money in that, put some more into charity, and just keep it growing.
Okay, it's a no. Thank you. You are the most boring group I have ever heard in my life. Absolutely useless.
I guess that's a no then.
Says here you went to the same high school.
Yes, I did.
Did you get thrown out? Okay, you proved your point. You really can't sing.
Yeah, we don't care.
Michael, it's a no. How'd you go?
Michael, can I do something else?
Leave. Well, yeah, I'm not being rude, but you were that bad, honestly. I mean, my pen has got more charisma. It's just nothing. I'm going to have to say no. Stop!
Stop it!
Joshua, stop, please.
I'm sorry.
No, this is not good enough.
Well, what is?
You leaving.
I've always been a dreamer. I've spent my life running around.
Jenna, that line says it all. I've always been a dreamer. That was absolutely appalling.
So I have no professional training of singing or dancing, so.
Well, there's the surprise of the century.
A moment like this. Oops.
What happened? Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's a weird place to stop.
Oh.
No, I'm glad you did. I'm just saying it's dreadful. Right, listen, it's absolutely 100% a categorical no. You have a good voice. You look like a pen salesman. And you have...
That's without a doubt, I know.
No, but you do.
I know.
And you have the personality of a mouse. So it's... Yeah, there was none of that. You better hope there's a lot of girls listening to this with the volume turned down.
You're the one I be seeing in my dreams. You want to hear the chorus?
No, I couldn't hear anymore. Okay. Best singer in America.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I can honestly say you are the worst singer in America.
Really?
Truthfully...
Well, that's my first audition, so...
Well, I'm not surprised, and it should be your last. That way. We can't put somebody through who can't sing a note in tune.
What note would you like to hear?
David, look, the truth is you are completely and utterly useless. Right? Yes or no? Absolutely not. Sergey, you're a Russian in America singing an English song with a French accent.
Yeah.
No.
I think if I was to move on, I'd miss about 4 next time.
Well, if you were to move on, it would be without me judging this competition.
So I look like a man?
No. You don't look like a man. You look like a man dressed as a woman.
So I look like a drag?
You do a bit.
Love you, all I want is you.
I think you invented notes never ever before heard in music on that audition.
But this was New York. There must be talent here.
Think, believe right now.
And on that note...
I think you should leave right now.
I don't think you were meant for us.
Yeah.
What are you looking for that I don't have?
Somebody who can sing in tune.
Doing this
Jesse,
is
you
a
just
small amount of
murdered
pressure.
3 songs in a row. 4. I mean, even your dog is struggling to get out of the room right now.
No, he's struggling to come to me.
No, he's not. Not after that, he's not. Trust me. He's like saying, adopt me, Simon. Don't. You couldn't win this competition if you were the only person in it in a million years.
No?
No, it didn't work, sweetheart.
I have a degree in vocal performance.
All right, Brenna, it's a no, darling.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Is there anything that I can do to improve?
Leave.
You've still got the Rolls Royces.
Yes.
One there, one here.
Thanks to Fifth Gear, who recommended it. You look a little odd, your dancing is terrible, the singing was horrendous, and you look like one of those creatures that live in the jungle with those massive eyes. What are they called? All right, Louis, yes or no?
Yes.
No. You are not what we're looking for.
Can I just try one more song?
No.
Just one try.
It's a no.
I know I can do it.
Out.
I'm trying to talk here. I think you have a great voice. American Idol? No.
I love you.
Okay, we're going to vote. Cheryl?
I see the start of a beautiful relationship here, so I'm going to say yes.
Thank you.
I'm going to say absolutely categorically no.
Okay.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Horrific.
Huh?
Absolutely not.
No.
I knew you were waiting. I knew you were waiting for me.
Can I stop this?
Why?
Because I'm bored out of my mind.
It's not easy to sing and dance at the same time,
Well, you proved that.
but I've got potential.
I don't believe that.
You're tone deaf.
You can't give me like a few minutes to get unnervous?
We'd need years, Tiffany. It would be like American Idol 27.
Yeah. Victoria.
Not in a billion years. There are only so many words I can drag out of my vocabulary to say how awful that was. I was bored to tears throughout the entire song. From the awful standing on the stairs to the walking in the middle with a dreary song choice which did absolutely nothing for you. It was forgettable, boring, and I expect a lot better from you because you're better than that. Sorry.
Simon.
It's just the idea of living next to you lot. No, look, it was bad enough when you started, then your husband kicked in, and then Otto and his sister. I think every note was out of tune, to be honest with you. It's the #1 show in America, biggest talent show ever, and I would give that performance 3 out of 10. Girls, individually you sound horrendous. Together you sound even worse. I don't think anyone will ever pay to hear you sing. From the horrendous outfit, the horrendous singing, everything was wrong in this audition, Brian. I mean, seriously wrong. I hated everything. I mean, it was just awful. Awful. You have to get real here, okay? As funny as they were, because they were funny.
Were they?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know, people know the score, you know. Sharon sold 1 billion zillion records. He sold 1 billion zillion records. I've sold even more.
But everybody else
give me
did.
a break. Oh, Scott, it was dreadful. No, really dreadful. And I'm saying that to be kind because you will never, ever, ever have a career in singing.
I don't believe you.
I'm telling you.
I don't believe you.
I'm telling you.
Well, you can tell me all you want, but I won't believe you.
Remember these words. You're not a singer. Not going to change our mind, honestly.
No.
No.
Champagne, you're flat.
And unfortunately, it isn't only champagnes.
Not unique. You're not stars. You're not special.
I never will be. Girls, it's a no. I don't get it. I'm going to say no.
I say no for Hollywood. You're not ready yet.
Paula?
Unfortunately, you're not ready yet.
Unfortunately, I don't think you'll ever be ready.
Violin, long before
Right. Exactly. Oh, you weren't expecting that, were you?
No, it was for you and me, Simon.
Okay, in that case, it's a no. No, if the judging criteria or the voting criteria here was to vote people through for managing to sing every note out of tune, you would win tonight. That is how bad it was. I'm sorry, it was absolutely excruciating. From start, middle and finish. Well, the good news is you made your brother sound good. It was like the six of you were waiting for a bus and someone said, can you sing us Demi Lovato's song? I just don't think you're very good.
Oh, no, I don't.
You were out of tune, you were boring, and it wasn't even good enough for a hotel lobby.
Oh, stop it.
I mean, out of 10, what would you give yourself?
I'll give myself a 10.
Well, I'd give you 1. My advice would be, if you want to pursue a career in the music business, don't. What was that? When you entered this competition, did you really believe that you could become what you're standing on now, the American Idol?
Yes, sir.
Well, then you're deaf. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Some face rejection.
Well, I'm going to disagree.
I thought you might.
Yeah, funny that.
Because you said that you were going to play the saxophone. That was not a saxophone.
It was.
That wasn't. It was a baby crying over a Michael Jackson song. You just stand there and melt. I wouldn't play that at my funeral.
So mean.
Constructive. The reality is that you should be singing in a dress and stilettos. I'm not being rude.
No, to me that is extremely rude.
Let me finish.
That's extremely rude.
I'm trying to help you here. If you want to achieve what you want to achieve, you will not do it with your voice. Sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you.
Okay.
So, can I just run through these with you?
Yes, sir.
Right. You work as a cook at a mini golf course.
Yes, sir.
You aspire to be a chef.
Yes.
You love America.
Yes.
Good. You've never met Neil Diamond, but you worship him.
Yes.
Right. You grew up in Vegas, but you hate Las Vegas.
Right.
You were deaf as a child.
Yes.
And the first thing you ever heard was Neil Diamond.
Right.
Right. I'm not optimistic.
Oh, come on, Simon.
Just that I mentioned that.
Yeah.
I can do this. I know I can.
No, you can't. You have one of the worst voices I've ever heard in my life.
So you...
Here. Elliot, I don't think it was the right song for your voice. It didn't show off your voice so much. You're not going to win. But you've all had a nice night out, haven't you? And I think... I was being nice here. I think that the...
Being nice.
Yes, yeah, I'm trying to be more positive here. Quickly.
Stephen, I mean, I've heard some weird auditions in my life, but I've got to tell you, that is possibly the weirdest I've ever heard in my life. I mean, it was like a one-year-old singing that song.
Oh, wow.
How well do you think you did?
I think I really did great.
Oh.
Can I tell you what I thought, Rosa? Your audition was horrendous.
Horrendous?
Horrendous with a capital H. Louis, yes or no?
It's a no. Okay.
Sharon?
No, thank you, Callum.
Never.
Okay.
Simon.
You taking singing lessons?
Very few.
Who's your teacher?
There was this lady up in Montana.
Do you have a lawyer?
No, I don't have a lawyer.
Right. Get a lawyer and sue her.
Ooh, tough comment.
I think there are some very clear favourites. I think based on that performance, if you were to win the competition, it would be a disaster. Because it wasn't good enough.
Oh, come on. Hollywood, Simon?
Absolutely not.
Paula?
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to pass.
Hey, I didn't say I was Ricky Martin. I didn't say I had the body.
Let me say, wait.
I hope
Okay,
so.
Can I say something to you? Shush. Because I think we're going to need to end this. What's very interesting is you are where you are now for one reason and one reason only. You are a loser.
What sake, all right, but don't look at me like that again.
It's a no.
Oh, see, I
It's a no.
tried.
Sorry.
Why?
Achika, come on, we've got people waiting.
Simon, why?
Well, it's a no. Don't take this the wrong way, Sarah, but you have a horrible singing voice. Really, really, really horrible. I mean, not in a million years could you have a career with that voice. This is the bad news. This is a singing audition. You spoke about an audience screaming. I mean, I know you're ill, but if you sang like that, they'd be screaming for the wrong reasons because it was painful to listen to. It says here you work as a wedding singer.
I was.
How many ended in divorce? If I were you, I'd phone up the War Department, volunteer your services, because you've just invented a new form of torture. I'll give you a tip for future auditions. Don't. I don't mean to be unkind, but you have one of the worst singing voices possibly in Miami. I don't want to be rude, but you could be the worst singer in New York. Don't take this personally, but...
Oh, please.
No, I mean it. You're one of the worst singers I've ever heard in my life.
Booty! Baby got back. Words to your mother. You don't look impressed.
I wasn't. Well, look, the good news is that you're all in the same boat, because none of you can sing. Olympics, well, the two people who came on before you ran the 100 metres in 10 seconds. You ran it in 5 minutes. That's the difference.
You don't necessarily have to have a great voice to be a pop singer.
Don't believe a word of it. I think if you win this competition, we would have failed. So I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Christopher, I mean, let me just put this into perspective. If you were to win and sing a song, you would kill the American record industry. Emma,
I
look,
mean, this
with
song,
the greatest of
this
respect.
song is a really lovely song.
Not, but Emma, it is a beautiful song when you're not singing it.
I'm gonna have to say no. 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 No.
And everybody thinks I'm the mean one.
It's Britney, bitch.
But to get the seal of approval from Simon himself is what dreams are made of.
Do you like me, Simon?
Yes. Yes. You've got 4 yeses. You've got 3 yeses, you sure? Yes. Congratulations. You've just got it. You know, whatever it is, you've got it. God, I really like you. I absolutely love this girl. Really do. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Utterly stunning. You're good. Brilliant. Super talented. Pure magic. Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's skip to the good bit.
Well done. She kept winking at me. Either that or a twitch.